Well, Chris, Ms. Gandhi, thank you very much for making some time in which we could talk. I think it's really helpful to start to get a feel for how Mumbai sees this problem and what's happened.
And we put a lot of time and energy, a lot of resources, and essentially paved the way for them in India. What we're really after here is some justice.
Well, I got the sense, we talked last week a bit about this, that this was a contract you spent a good deal of time in development costs and activities, and then it's really as it began to take off from your perspective, suddenly it was ended.
Well,
and I'm not sure I understand a great deal about the context, but that's really what I need to learn about.
Perhaps Ms. Gandhi could speak to that better.
Yeah, I mean, basically we negotiated a contract for a very long-term deal. I mean, it was an exclusive contract. And so the idea was that we were going to be the exclusive distributor of this oximeter in India. That was the idea from the beginning. And I mean, I don't know what happened with the paperwork because, basically we were in the room to discuss, okay, whether our company could meet the needs of MedPro in India, and we decided we could because we had the relationships with the bureaucracy. And I mean, I don't know how much you know about business in India, but it's really quite a different thing. I mean, everybody in India is using all kinds of outdated equipment and they don't really care. They don't really understand why they should use this. So basically we had to convince them that this is money which is worth spending. Basically, I feel that they came, and as soon as we were starting to make profit for them, they took Chatawa from us, and then they terminated our contract.
Chatawa is the person
that was the employee, yeah. That was our employee. He was our top salesperson, that's right.
The subtext of all this, and really it's important to understanding the problem here, is that there was some collusion going on here.
So you see this as an intentional violation of the contract as opposed to a misunderstanding or things not turning out as you hoped?
I mean, yes, I would say yes.
And your sense is that MedPro knew this was happening and was at least content with it. It sounds like an awful situation given the years of work that you had put into this.
I feel that MedPro's part in that needs to be, they need to understand they can't just do things like that.
So help me understand, when Mr. Chatawa left, what has happened since then with this?
Well, I mean, that is really part of this whole thing. The problem is that he left, Mr. Chatawa left, then the MedPro decided they're not giving us the equipment anymore, right? They're giving it to Mr. Chatawa now. So customers are calling us, asking us for these machines now because we've done all the work and now they want the machine and they're calling us. And I mean, it's been really quite embarrassing, actually.
Well, I think it's important that MedPro understand your perspective and how you see this and what needs to be done.